What's good? This is Tellurian.
And this is Timothy.
And we are the TNT Podcast.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all follow our podcast Instagram page at TNT Podcast for all of our content. You can also listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All links will be in the description. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is Tellurian, one half of the TNT Podcast, and I got my brother here with me. You want to introduce yourself, my brother?
Yes, sir. This is Timothy, other half of the TNT Podcast. We back.
Yes, sir. This is the part of the show, the segment of the show where we pretty much go through like album reviews. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we got a special one today, and yeah, let's hop into it, man. Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign, man. Vultures. Volume 1.
Jesus Christ, Volume 1.
So we got 2 more coming, man. Yeah. And yeah, man, let's get into this album, man. Let's get into it. So,
should we start with the backstory of this album? Because so we first heard about Vultures last year in 2023. Mm-hmm. They officially announced that these two were going to be releasing an album together, and this was the year when Kanye was canceled. He was canceled, and so
what was your reaction when you was hearing like Ty Dolla Sign and Kanye doing a collab album?
The first thing,
did you think about that as a collab at all, or did you not see it, or how did you think about it? This could possibly be good. How were you feeling about that?
Honestly, I didn't think anything. Because Kanye is the type of artist where you don't know. He's so great. He's so great musically and so creative and such a genius that you really don't know like what you're gonna get any other time. You know what I'm saying? He can release Donda and then Life of Pablo, and then he dibbles and dabbles in every different genre.
For me, I was in my mind I was wondering. I was like, what made it be him and Ty Dolla Sign? I mean, I wouldn't have put them together for an album. I could see songs.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, album. I was like, okay, that should be interesting. I'm a Ty Dolla Sign fan. And of course, we huge Kanye fans. So I was like, this actually will probably sound interesting, but I just never would have thought an album. But yeah, excuse me. When I thought about it, I was like, let me just wait and see. You know what I mean? And the album release date stuff, you know how that go with Kanye.
That's another thing. Like, we heard about the album last year. He ended up getting canceled, and then for a long time, the album was done, but they didn't have anyone to partner with to put it out. So it was all kind of just depending on like who was going to stand next to Kanye at the time, whenever he was going through whatever he was going through, which is so crazy because that carried over into the release. Because we're going to get into it, but the album was put on streaming services and then taken off of Apple and then put back on there, and a lot of crazy, just weird stuff happened. But
sounds about Kanye.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. That sounds about Kanye. That's a good one. But no, just as far as like how it was gonna sound, I didn't know that I was gonna get, but I love Ty Dolla Sign and I love Kanye, so I just thought them two together, it was gonna be, I don't think I don't think Kanye is capable of releasing just like complete trash, like complete utter trash. I think he has his moments when he likes to fuck with people, like when he did the scoopity, whatever that was.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be the worst thing I've heard from Kanye ever in life.
Yeah, but he was just screwing around with that. But I definitely thought that it was going to be something that was going to be, because I think first when I first saw this, I'm gonna tell you what I really thought. I really thought that this was the first person I thought of was Drake, because Ty Dolla Sign and Drake, they've done a lot of stuff together and they made great music together. So I thought this was because again, this is about real estate. Like, I think the song with his daughter was put there on purpose. I think that was put there on purpose. This is I'm better than you.
Oh, man.
I'm better than you. This is all for you. I'm better than you. My kids are better than you. I'm just better than you. So that's where my mind instantly went. Because I think it's like, you know, with those two, it's just it's a different type of warfare now.
Yeah.
So and there were a lot of like, you know, jabs on here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So but anyway, yeah. Fast forward, we get the album. And yeah. What you think? What you think about the?
Okay, listen, man. Listen, I like the album. I like it. Yeah. And it was I think there was a couple reviews for the album that I watched, and some people were like, it was one review. The person was like, this album ain't even good enough. It's not even reviewable. I was like, oh no. Man.
That was Anthony Fantano.
Dude.
We don't speak of him.
That guy. I was like, come on, bro.
So he's biased, first of all. Like, and I don't mean to like shit on him, but he's I used to watch. He used to be the guy that I would go to watch reviews only because he would give like the way he does album reviews is different. Like it's if you've ever watched Anthony Fantano before, the way that he does album reviews is it's not normal. But I quickly learned that he can be biased.
I learned that about him, and I was like not reviewable. Like it's not even like nothing.
Yeah, he said that it's not reviewable because of all the stuff that Kanye was saying about Jews and being anti-Semitic and all that kind of stuff. So he was like, you know, I don't support this, so I'm not gonna review this album. So I mean, that's I mean,
it is what it is. But no, this album. Okay, first off, the production, bruh. It's like I was saying yesterday when we was talking. Kanye at this point is a genre.
Yeah.
Like, he's the type of beats that were on this album. I was like, how does he know how to rap over that type of beat? Like, it's almost like it was on some kind of some of these beats is on some like unorthodox type. I was like, how did he rap over this? Like,
yeah, that's one thing about Kanye, man. Like a lot of people, you know, since we're at the later part of his career now, you know, I've always been the type of person where I don't compare. Like I know that there's no way that he's going to be able to recreate what he did 10 years ago. He's not going to be able to do that. So I remove that from my inner matrix immediately. Exactly. But one thing I will say about Kanye is that, you know, even though this is not the same Kanye from like how we were just talking about College Dropout, one thing that Kanye is going to do is he's going to come in and he's going to produce his ass off. Bruh. And I said that about Daytona when Daytona came out because a lot of people around that time were like, I don't know if Kanye still got it. You know, he put out Jesus is King and he put out all this like in the Ye album, and I wasn't really hot on the Ye album like that.
Same.
But one thing that Kanye is going to do is he's going to produce, and this album had so many immaculate production moments on it. Like,
we gotta go through this track list, man.
And first, before we go through the album, let's look at the cover, okay? Because I don't like his dynamic, like the wife situation, because to me it's giving sex slave. To me, it's giving sex slave because like some of the lyrics that he has on here, and then every time he shows like a picture of her, or like when his ass was out, whenever she was doing what she was doing on the boat in Italy or wherever the hell they were, it's giving sex slave. He's giving sex slave. Like she looks like she's there for aesthetics and she doesn't speak. We don't know who she is. We've never heard her talk before, but she's always.
Wait a minute! I just stopped.
She's always half naked.
I've never heard her talk either.
It's giving sex slave.
Yo, don't talk, don't do nothing, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Whoa! I didn't never, bro.
Every time I see pictures of them together, I'm just like,
bro. Oh man.
And from like sometimes when I see like she don't even really look all the way comfortable. Like she
looks mad uncomfortable.
He be having her wear some really like revealing shit, and I'm just like,
yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I noticed that quickly looking at the cover. I was just like, okay, this is some weirdo shit.
Ty Dolla ain't even on the cover.
Ty Dolla not even on the cover. Some weirdo shit.
This is one of those like, you know, You my bro. We got an album together, but just kind of still my world.
Yeah.
You
know
how Kanye is.
Yeah, because I mean, to me, so this is a Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign album, but to me, this is a Kanye album because I
was just about to say that it was a lot more Kanye.
It was a lot more Kanye,
Ty Dolla $ign,
and it's Kanye, like it's his sound. It's all over this, and I think Ty Dolla $ign just adds to it.
Yeah. It was almost on some like come along for the ride type.
Yeah.
Like this is my album, but I'm gonna put you on it.
Yeah, and Vultures Volume 1. This is a roller coaster because one thing that I will say about Kanye too is that whenever he's gonna drop an album, he's gonna give you a big presentation, and I love it. Like I love whenever he dropped Life of Pablo, and he was in Madison. I think he was in Madison Square Garden, and he had the fashion show, and he had like Young Thug and Yachty up there, and they were playing. That was the famous Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi was behind him. Pusha T was behind him. Travis,
Big Sean. He had the whole good music. Sci-Hi.
If I could have been in that room,
he had everybody in there.
God. That was like such a legendary moment, dog.
Yeah, that's legendary, man. That was legendary. The Donda release was legendary.
I think I told you about the Donda release. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, I remember watching it. I remember seeing the first time when he performed Jesus Lord. I was like, oh, no.
That song there we can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, to me, with this album, it was more so like, it's a Kanye album, but Ty, I want to put you on it, on every song type of thing.
Yeah.
But it was more Kanye.
It's kind of like the Drake and 21 Savage, because Drake and 21 Savage, that's a collab album between those two, but it's a Drake album to me. Yeah. It's Drake album featuring 21 Savage.
Yeah.
And, I watched the album release party for this. There was a few of them, I think. I watched the one where Freddie Gibbs was up on the stage, and Chris Brown was there, Dirk was there, Offset was there. His North was there, and Kodak was like standing on the side looking weird. So there was a couple of songs that they played on that release party that are not on this album. So I'm hoping that when they're gonna put out the next parts of the album.
3, yeah,
because there's this one song that they played where they were I think the line was like free Young Thug or something like that. That joint was crazy.
Yeah,
they need to drop that joint. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Let's get through this. Let's get through this track list. There's some joints on here, man.
Yeah, it's a few joints.
There's some joints on here.
It's a few joints.
Is it any tracks on here to you that like just stood out?
Vultures and Carnival. Carnival is the one.
Is that the joint? Is Carnival the one where the beat?
That's the one where it goes into Hell of a Life.
That's the one.
Bro,
okay. When I heard the Hell of a Life, because I don't know how people feel about that song. That's one of my favorite songs, actually. It's not his most, like, lyrical.
Funny.
It's not one of his most lyrical songs, but it's, like, to me, one of his best songs musically, to me.
It's so funny because that's my least favorite song on that album. But I'm not saying that I don't like the song. I'm just saying it's my least favorite on that album. Like, that album, it's my least favorite song on that album. But the beat is crazy, though.
Yeah, I actually really love that song. Like, let me see. Is it my least favorite song on the album? To me, it's his like least lyrical, but I think to me it's like his best musically on the album. I think, but there are better songs on the album than that song. It might be the weakest on the album, but it's still a great song.
Yeah.
But no, that beat switch into the Hell of a Life back into the song, I was like, whoa, what made him do that? I was like, okay.
He was kind of going a little crazy too on that. Like his verse on that was kind of crazy. I like Playboy Cardi. Yeah. On that record, I feel like the Carnival, that's one of them joints that you throw on whenever it's like, you're getting about to be lit.
Yeah.
About to be litty titty.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that was definitely a standout. Vultures was one of the standouts because I think Dirk's verse on that, he went crazy.
Yeah, he snapped, bro.
Dirk went fucking crazy on that.
Snap.
I love Beg Forgiveness.
Yes.
I love Beg Forgiveness, but here's my problem with that song. So I watched them perform it for that listening party, but Chris Brown's voice was normal. On here, when we get the full album, he put it low pitched, and it still sounds good low pitched, but it sounded great when Chris Brown's voice was his regular. And I'm pretty sure when Chris Brown heard that, he was probably like, "Man, what the?" Because I feel like Chris Brown, we've never really heard him like do anything like too left. And I feel like this was left for him. Like the subject matter was left for him.
But it's Kanye, so a lot of artists, when it's Kanye, they'll do something that kind of goes left.
Yeah.
Because it's Kanye.
And what?
Kanye be having people turning into lyricists on his album.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
That's what I feel like Chris Brown was doing. I'm gonna play a part of Beg Forgiveness because I love like how we don't normally hear Chris Brown like it because it does sound weird. Like the way he pitched his voice and the way like Chris Brown is like singing it sounds weird, but I like it because we don't get that from Chris Brown.
But that's Kanye.
And the
power of Kanye.
That's Kanye, and it sounds good. So I'm gonna play a little small part of that.
You've gone too far. Mm-hmm. You've gone too far, and you should hang your head in shame. For these wounds I cannot stay. You've gone too far.
Yeah, he don't.
You've gone too far.
When that beat comes in though,
bro, Kanye, dog.
Come on, yo, this is crazy.
Come on, bro.
Wide awake and I can hear my heartbeat.
That go crazy.
Cradles me and rocks my heart to sleep.
Come on, man.
Protector in the night and a stranger in the dark. You don't say anything more. Bound by suffocating secrets I must keep.
Yeah,
bro, come on, bro.
No, that when I heard that. When I saw that live, I was like, "Oh no, I need this now.
Bro.
I need this now. I need it today."
That sounds like nothing I've ever heard from Chris.
Bruh, trying to tell you.
That's Kanye, bro.
I'm trying to tell you. So
that go insane.
That's probably my second favorite song on this album.
I ain't gonna lie, I like F something.
Oh, I like F something too.
I like that song.
I like that too. Cause
it's something about that production, dog.
Yeah,
that beat go insane.
Yeah, the beats on here. That like I said, man.
My God.
One thing Kanye is gonna do, man, he gonna walk your ass with that production because he's still him. Like he's still him when it comes to the production.
F something sound like a little bit of like almost on some like hip hop rock. Like dun, 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 dun. I was like, what? I was like, this goes like
insane. Question for you. I really, really hate to continue to bring this back to Drake. But I do it because I have to like I feel like it's the only way to really show like on a scale like just how different Kanye is. Like whenever Kanye gets with the younger generation, it's just different. So like Drake, better. We usually associate Drake as being the person that like is like leading the younger generation, and when he stands next to the younger generation when he makes records with them, Drake is usually the one that's like the leader of that. Mm-hmm. But when Kanye does it, man, it's different. So like, how did you feel with him having like Playboy Cardi and like Dirk on a record, and like because Dirk on Vultures, and then hearing Dirk on like Laugh Now Cry Later with Drake, and then what's the record on Certified Lover Boy, In the Bible? It's more like light, but I feel like Kanye, Chicago, he brought a different type of Dirk.
It's something about when rappers are with Kanye.
He brought a different Dirk out. He brought a different Dirk out.
When rappers are with Drake and when they with Kanye. When they with Kanye, they elevated to another level than when they with Drake.
I agree.
That's the God honest opinion.
I agree.
Like, it's something about when they doing it for Kanye, it's next level. Bro, like even think about Donda. Think about the rappers that are like quote unquote like the turn up rap. Bro, how you on Kanye album and you turn into a lyricist?
Yeah,
bro,
man.
That show you like, come on, bro. They don't do that on Drake songs.
And the only reason it's hard, I think, well, it's not hard. I just think it's for the past few years now, like Kanye and Drake have just been like at odds that when I hear them drop music, I know that they're trying to one up each other. They've been trying to one up each other this whole time.
I tell you, bro.
But Kanye, man, he's just different. One thing that I will say is Drake has him when it comes to like numbers. If you're talking numbers, Billboard, you're talking about who's hot, whatever the case may be. But if we're talking musically, fam, it's not even a question.
Drake ain't even close.
It's not even a question. And I'm not trying to shit on Drake or anything like that, but I'm just trying to like show y'all the difference in just the sound of the music and what it sounds like. Because this is a Kanye West album.
Exactly, bro.
And I just think like Keys to My Life, like when the beat starts and then it ends up going into Wu-Tang, Can It All Be So Simple?
Bro.
Can it all be like that's
Drake ain't doing that.
He's not.
He not, bro.
He's not.
We gotta tell the truth, bro.
He's not.
Drake ain't doing that.
And then like how we were saying, Carnival went into Hell of a Life.
Come on, man.
And
you know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't gonna lie though, a lot of these songs, Kanye has a pornography problem. Like,
oh, he definitely does.
This man has a porno, because like some of this,
he spoke about that struggle.
I'm like listening to this album, I feel like I'm listening to porn on some of these songs, because like he's talking about like eating ass and like sucking farts out of people. Like I don't know what's going on this album. This is a horny ass motherfucker. But I think another one of my favorite joints on here too is I like what's the record where it turns into Back That Ass Up at the end when the Back That Ass Up sample comes on. That shit was fire, because I was not expecting that. It was like the West Coast joint.
Yeah.
And it was like up tempo.
Yeah, and it turned into
I think it was Do It. I think it was Do It. It was Do It.
It was
Do It because
that was so fire, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, how did he turn that into? I was like, yeah, that's insane,
bruh. Salute to them for getting that sample, because that shit had me. I was like, damn.
He got that sample game. Like
he
didn't had that on like since the beginning.
Yeah. They used to.
That's ease. That's what ease. They used to make fun of him for doing like a bunch of old school.
They used to shit on Kanye.
They was like, yo, yeah, you a real soulful dude. Like, no, that's what he do. And when he in that bag, there's hardly anybody that does that better than him.
Yeah,
with the old school joints.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So I really thought that was dope. Back to Me, obviously one of my favorite joints. That's the Freddie Gibbs joint.
Freddie Gibbs snapped.
I had never seen Dogma before. I've never seen that, but apparently that's where they got that beautiful butt naked big booty women don't fall out the sky. You know,
don't fall out the sky. You know.
Yeah, they got it. They got it from that movie, but I've never seen that movie before. But apparently that's where they got that from. Yeah. So that's Kanye. He's gonna sample shit from a movie and put it on a song.
That's Kanye, bro.
Freddie Gibbs' verse was ridiculous.
Yep,
he killed that.
Man, Kanye be bringing out the lyricists, man. Like, and you know how we feel about Freddie Gibbs. He one of the best, one of the greatest discographies in hip hop to me.
Yeah,
I feel like
he done dropped a few classics.
Yeah, when I started listening to Freddie Gibbs, I was like, yeah, he might have a top discography in hip hop. So you know he was gonna come with it with Kanye. It's just, I don't know, man. Kanye elevate people, bro.
Yeah, man.
They be in their bag when they on the Kanye joint, bro.
I really like Stars too. The opening track. Mm-hmm. I really like that because I love how he's kind of incorporated he's kind of not really even incorporated because he's always had choir, choir sounds in his music. He's always had that.
That's his thing.
But I think over the past couple of years, he's like perfected it. Ever since he moved over into like Christianity and all that, like he's perfected that.
Yeah, I mean, he even had that like college dropout days.
Yeah,
but he did. He's perfected it even more.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, man.
Stars had a choir on there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. This album, I like it.
I got Northwest up. It's 1-0. Northwest versus Adonis. Adonis, you got to come back. You got to come back with something because North, she loves it here.
That's funny.
It's Miss Westy.
Yeah, she kind of snapped on that too.
That shit's fire.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed this album, bro. Like, it's good.
I definitely can see myself replaying this. I think for me, so let's see. I love Stars. I love Keys to My Life. Paid was cool. I'm just trying to get paid. I just posted that on my story on Instagram. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I love that part. Yeah. I'm just trying to get paid. I just like that part.
And then the end too, when it breaks down and they're like Friday night, just trying to, or whatever they said.
Yeah,
at the end.
Yeah.
Talking. That's the one with Northwest. Fire. Back to Me. Fire. Hood Rat kind of grew on me. Oh, that's another thing. So with this album, this is the reason why I say too, I like to sit with an album, listen to it, and don't get straight to the review because if we would have did this just off of like the first few listens, I probably would be having different opinions right now because I didn't really like what I was hearing when I first heard it, but it grew on me. I had to keep playing it over and over and over again for it to grow on me. So that's why I say it's better for me to just sit with an album because I may not like what I'm hearing in the beginning, but over time, this definitely grew on me because the first 5 or 6 tracks I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm all the way in. Back to Me, fire. Yeah. Hood Rat is cool. Do It is fire. Paperwork.
Yeah,
Paperwork and Burn. Kind of okay. Fuck Something was cool. Vultures, fire. Carnival, fire. Beg Forgiveness.
Overall, this is a good album.
Beg Forgiveness is fire. Good Don't Die. There was like sample issues with that.
But most of the tracks on this album are good.
For the most part, yeah, it's fire. How do you feel about Kanye being canceled but still going number 1?
That shows you he really can't be canceled.
Still going number 1.
And this was an independent album.
Yep.
I think this was his first independent album.
Yeah, because they had to. Because I remember they were saying that they were trying to find like a distributor to be able to distribute the album. That's the reason why it took so long for it to come out because it was originally supposed to come out last year. Ended up coming out this year. But yeah, I think that's crazy how he went number 1.
So it's like, how canceled is he really?
I don't think Kanye can be canceled.
That's what I'm saying. So,
I don't think Kanye.
So if you number 1 in all of these countries, canceled how?
Yeah, and then I think it's just crazy how like, they took his album off of Apple Music because I think it was the distributor thing again. They didn't want to put his album out because of all the stuff that's been going on.
Like, can you really cancel him if he number 1?
They figured it out. They got it back on Apple.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
They got it back up there, man.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's Kanye, bro.
I like it, man. I like Vultures.
I like it. I'm ready for volume 2.
I like now, Vultures number 1.
Now, is it going to come out the day that they say? I don't know.
Hell no, it's not. No, it's not. We probably won't be getting part 2 of this until 2026. Who knows?
Yeah, they say it's supposed to be 2 and 3 this year, but I don't know.
Even though I kind of did shit on the cover a little bit, I like this cover better than the other one that they had. The little picture of the picket sign in the desert. I wouldn't.
Nah.
Because I remember I was telling you I don't like how they had that cover, and then he literally looked like he just uploaded that picture on the computer and just like changed the brightness. He literally just changed the brightness and was like, all right, this is volume 2. And I'm gonna make it darker, volume 3. So
this nigga's like, I don't care.
Yeah, just here you go.
Get them the music. I don't care about this cover, man.
Yeah,
but overall, I like the album, man.
I think it only has like maybe 3 skips, on this album.
Hey, listen, man. It's another one that Kanye's adding to probably one of the best discographies in music, in hip hop. Even though it's good, it's not great. It's just good. Like, I wouldn't say it's just. I wouldn't be like, oh, this is an incredible album.
Yeah,
it's good, but it's good enough in his discography. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't too many people that got a discography like Kanye's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got maybe a couple albums, but Kanye got albums that are there, because there's some people that got like great albums, then they got albums that are just not good. Kanye got great albums and good albums, and then he got a couple of misses, but it's like overall, Kanye's discography is pretty. It's pretty nice.
It's solid. It's solid because
pretty nice.
Really, I can only think of like maybe 2 misses, and one of them. I mean, I feel like I'm probably one of the few people that gets like I wasn't really big on Yeezus like that. I mean, there's songs on there that I like, but it's not one of those albums where I'm like, this is groundbreaking. This is like one of his. So that one to me was kind of a miss. And then Ye.
One thing I can say, I thought it was groundbreaking in the production realm of hip hop, because when I say groundbreaking, I don't mean like that album is a classic or nothing. I mean it in the sense of, we haven't really heard production like that on a hip hop album.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with that.
Now lyrically, it wasn't just the best, but it's some songs on there that are good though. But I would say it was only groundbreaking on just the production tip, because we had never really heard anybody just like kind of have that type of production in hip hop. I don't think.
I mean, there were groups that had that kind of production, but they were underground. So yeah, I think he was the first one. I think he was the first one to bring it to the mainstream.
Yeah.
Because there were definitely artists like I remember Death Grips. Like they were popular way back, like in the early like 2010s, and they were doing Yeezus is basically that. It's just Death Grips. They were like made like more underground. Like people, I feel like people wouldn't really like want to listen to Death Grips. Yeah, but. Kanye definitely.
I like it.
Past couple of years, I feel like he's been going off because I love Donda, bro. I still go back to Donda.
I love that album.
I love Donda. Like that's a phenomenal project. Over time, it's definitely grown on me a lot, and that'll probably happen with this album too. Because I mean, it's good already.
It gets better with every listen to me.
Yeah, it gets better because again with Kanye, it's more. I feel like a lot of people. With Kanye, you can't just go into it like wanting just dope raps and then that be it. Like Kanye is going to give you production. He's going to give you the best of other artists. He's going to give you a bunch of stuff that you're going to have to really like digest and take in. Bro. And so that's what I love about Kanye, man. But let us know what y'all think about the first installment of Vultures, and do y'all think it's going to be another 6 years before we get another one? Let us know what y'all's favorite moments were of the album.
Yes, sir.
And
yeah, man. I enjoyed it, man. I like the album. So yeah, we're gonna see if these couple other volumes gonna come through, but you know how he is with release dates. But
I don't know, man.
For now, this is good, and I enjoyed it.
Same here.
Yeah, man. But shoot, I ain't got no more.
Yeah, that's it. I'm good. Thank y'all for pulling up to the second edition of our album review.
Yes, sir.
We got more album reviews coming.
Yes, sir.
So
sir.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Peace.
Peace.
Yes.